Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Now, this lesson is going to be about the power of a gift, or how a gift destroys the heart. Now, I'm gonna say this beforehand, Salakia, because I'm gonna jump all over the place with this one. Lord willing, it's concise though and understandable. All right, but this is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. All right. The point I wanted to bring out in this particular precept is how it says a gift destroys your mind, man. And it uses the word destroy in a literal sense, man. A gift will bug you the fuck out, right? It's like I was watching a Dave Chappelle stand up, and he basically at the end of it he was talking about how he read a book about a pimp, and how his pimp would psychologically break down the hooker, right? So basically, what he said the pimp did was he whooped the pimp's ass. I mean, Salakia, the pimp will whoop the girl's ass, but then give the girl a gift, and the girl will completely forget about the ass whooping. Right? That gift destroyed her mind. All right, and then I got this is from a book called Pimpology: The 48 Rules of the Game. And then these are tactics that pimps will use to keep their women in check, in line. And one of them is manipulation. And it says, it's important that a hoe doesn't feel like she's hoeing for nothing. She has to constantly have an incentive, a carrot dangled in front of her face. A pimp has to keep her distracted with the things she thinks she wants, and he has to constantly fill her head with more and more things for her to want. Now, reading that sounds like the nation of Israel to a T. All right, the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, have became the prostitutes of this place, man. The prostitutes of Esau, Edom specifically, man, because you will do whatever they say for an incentive, right? One of the incentives that Esau Edom gives out, more specifically to the women, but a lot of people benefit from this, is something called Section 8. Now, one of the qualifications for Section 8 is if you're a woman with children, if you put the husband, the father, the man on child support, it'll greatly increase your chance of getting Section 8. Now, Section 8 is something where the government pays like 90 to 95% of the rent. I think it's anywhere from 75 to like 95. Because I heard some stories where people only pay like $10, $20 for rent, right? So now, what that does is the woman will put the man on child support to get that gift of Section 8. All right, and what does that do? What that does, it destroys the next generation. It destroys the children. Now the children are growing up in a broken home, right? And all this is done for a reason. See, Esau Edom doesn't do anything for no reason, right? This system that he's created is perfectly planned out. Because not only with Section 8, it destroys the home, but it destroys the next generation, right? So now with these kids coming from a broken home, right? From an unbalanced home, I should say, right? Now they're going to school, and the Esau Edom has something called the school to prison pipeline, right? And this is a theory, but it's real, all right? This goes in the United States, the school to prison pipeline, also known as the school to prison link, school prison nexus, or the schoolhouse to jailhouse track, is the disproportionate tendency of minors and young adults from disadvantaged backgrounds to become incarcerated because of increasingly harsh school and municipal policies, as well as because of educational inequality in the United States. Many experts have credited factors such as school disturbance laws, zero tolerance policies and practices, and an increase in police in schools in creating the pipeline. This has become a hot topic of debate and discussion surrounding educational disciplinary policies as media coverage of youth and mass incarceration has grown during the early 21st century. All right, now the way schools are funded is through a property tax. Now, if you're receiving Section 8, you're not paying anything of property tax. Now, if you have a neighborhood not paying anything of property tax, the schools in that neighborhood are not getting any income. If the schools are not getting any income, they're not going to have the funds necessary to create programs, right? To get up to date or new textbooks, even though the textbooks are manipulation of tactics in itself and propaganda. But if you have a rundown school, it's hard to create quality children out of rundown schools. So Section 8 not only destroys the family, but it destroys the school. And now the school creates something called the school to prison pipeline, where you have police running around the school. You got zero tolerance policies in the school. So these kids are used to having this sort of police state control over them. So after school, they're on a quicker track to prison, right? And why did this all happen? This all happened because somebody accepted a gift, right? The gift destroyed their mind, man. And this is Jake to a T, right? As long Esau could do whatever they want, as long as you get a gift. What do they say when there's police brutality cases? They sued to try to get that money. Then they dropped the charges. They took that gift, and they don't care about the life that was lost as long as they got paid, man. They took that gift, and this is why shit like this keeps happening till this day. Because the gift destroyed their mind. The gift destroyed the mind of our people, man. And that's the power of a gift, man. It's the power of a gift. Let me jump over to Exodus chapter 23 and verse 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise and perverteth the words of the righteous. That's right, man. The that's a commandment not to take gifts. Now that doesn't mean not to take presents and stuff like that, but it's mostly taking gifts from your enemies, right? That's what it is. You go to a job, the boss asks you to work overtime, so now you're giving up your time for the gift of extra money. But that extra money isn't worth it because the more money you make, the more they tax you, right? So you never notice truly 10 hours of overtime. But you'll notice 10 hours missing from your check. That shit will hurt. But the gift blinded the wise, man. That extra money, that gift blinded the wise. And it also perverted the words of the righteous, right? And what is that? That's another form of that gift is the 501c3. The 501c3 has perverted the words of the righteous, not only within Israelite camps, but also the Christian churches, right? You got these pastors, preachers, camp leaders, right? Maybe studied the Bible for 10 decades. They know the truth, but with that 501c3 gift, where they don't have to pay any taxes, right? What do? It perverts the word. It perverts the truth. And this is why another reason our people are destroyed, man. Because everybody loves gifts, but that's the power of them. But we're not supposed to take them, especially from our enemies, man. This is not talking about gifts from brothers, alms, charitable donations. This is not talking about that. This is talking about gifts, man. Your spirit knows the difference, right? Just like these rappers, you see these rappers on TV, right? You hear the things that they rap about. I challenge any brother to find one rap song from a mainstream rapper that doesn't talk about committing adultery. It's hard to find. But they put these things in the music because they're getting paid a lot of money. That's that gift. They get that fame and attention. That's their gift, man. These women on social media, on OnlyFans, stripping half naked, doing all sorts of crazy shit. A lot of them do it for free, They're not getting anything in return, but maybe a couple of new followers, a couple of thousand likes, nothing tangible. But that's for them. Attention is a gift. All right, as long as they're getting that, they're happy. And that's another tactic of a pimp. A pimp will find a woman from a broken home, a broken background, and they'll say the woman might not want anything but love and attention. Oh yeah, baby, I love you. You know, you my bottom bitch. You my favorite. Yada yada. I'm gonna take care of you. You know, you just gotta do these things. You know, have sex with a couple of men so we can get out of this position. And that's all the woman wants to hear because she hasn't heard that from her home, her family. She hasn't heard that. She hasn't received that true love and attention. So she's getting it from a pimp, and now she's destroyed because she got that gift, man. She accepted the gift from the wrong person. All right. But this is the nation of Israel to the T. Nation, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans accepted a gift from the wrong person, man, and they got you destroyed. All right. But back to that school prison pipeline. We don't know how devastating this truly is, man. All right. From the destruction of homes to the destruction of the schools and our children to advance them on a fast track to prison creates literal slaves, man. This is how bad taking a gift is, man. All right, because the 13th Amendment of the United States of Babylon the Great allows literal slavery for people in prison. All right, and I googled that just to prove it. All right, the 13th Amendment, ratified in 1865, says neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place to their jurisdiction. All right. So if it literally says if you break the law and are convicted, it is legal for them to make you a slave. And this is why you see so many companies using prison labor, right? Because it's legal for the companies to pay these people 10 cents, 25 cents an hour for labor, man. And a lot of major companies do this, right? A lot of major companies will use child labor from other countries and sweatshops like Nike and Apple, right? But nobody truly cares, right? Nobody truly cares that these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in America today are sent to prison at an alarming rate to become literal slaves, right? You know why? Because we'll still use the products and the services from the companies using slave labor, right? That's the gift, man. The gift destroyed our heart. And I googled some of the companies that's using prison labor. Those 12 major corporations benefiting from the prison industrial complex. McDonald's uses inmates to produce frozen foods. Inmates process beef for patties. They may also process bread, milk, and chicken products. Wendy's has also been identified as relying on prison labor. Walmart, the company uses inmates for manufacturing purposes. The company hires, quote unquote, hires inmates to clean products of UPC barcodes so that the products can be resold. All right, and these are major corporations. A reason why they get so big is because if you take a group of people and you put them to work and you don't pay these people or pay these people pennies on the dollar, not even pennies on the tens of dollars, right? You will create a mass. You will save a lot of money, right? If you have a company with 100 employees and those 100 employees are getting $50,000 a year, that's $5 million a year you're spending on salary alone. Now, if you have that same company with 100 employees not getting paid anything a year, you're saving $5 million a year, all right? And these corporations have thousands of employees, right? And they pay them pennies. Starbucks, the company uses inmates to cut costs as well. Sprint, inmates provide telecommunication services. Inmates are used in call centers. That's crazy. That's insane. Verizon, inmates provide telecommunication services. Victoria's Secret, the company uses inmates to cut production costs. In South Carolina, female inmates were used to sew products. Also, inmates reportedly have been used to replace made in tags with made in USA tags. So, if you ever see a product that says made in USA, there's a chance, not everyone, but there's a chance it came from prison labor. All right. Fidelity investments, 401k or other investments are held by Fidelity, and in some cases, some of your money invested by Fidelity is used for prison labor or in other operations related to the prison industrial complex, right? Even investment firms can use prison labor, man. J.C. Penney and Kmart both sell jeans made by prisons. I mean, Salakia, made by inmates in Tennessee prisons. Airlines and Avis is a rental car company. American Airlines and the rental car company Avis used inmates to take reservations. This is insane, man. I had no idea, and there's more of them. There's a couple more that I've seen. Uh, some cheese and fish from Whole Foods come from prison labor. Circuit boards from IBM come from Texas prisoners. It, uh, but how does this happen? It all started from that gift, man. It all start, Salaki. It all started from disobeying Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. First and foremost, that's where it all comes from. That's the root of everything that's wrong with the whole entire world, man. Because the Israelites have disobeyed Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the whole world gotta suffer. That's why the book of Romans says the whole creation groaneth, man. But another root in Babylon is our people have forgotten who the enemy is and have taken gifts from them, man. But the gift wasn't meant to help you out, man. This is why you'll never receive reparations. And the day you did receive reparations will be the day the US dollar collapsed. And it will be worthless, man. This is what this is how bugged out Jake is, man. 400 plus years of slave labor, upon millions of people dead, and you want a couple of dollars, man. All you want is some shekels, man. This is how bugged out you are. This is how bugged out a gift has made you, man. I'm going to get one more. I'm going to wrap it up. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 20 and 29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. If you take that reparations check, you can never complain about slavery ever again. So it will stop up your mouth that you can't reprove, man. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove, man. And that's pure wisdom, man. That's pure. But our problem is with our people, we lack wisdom because we lack the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, Shalom and Abad Babal.